Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So if I open one Excel sheet and so in SAP for HANA, this is the HANA 2021 version. Now, in this, when we start with the configuration, there is a normally earlier before 2021, there is only one transaction through which you can go to the configuration, that was the SPRO. But now, after 2020 and 2021, they have introduced a new transaction code, that was the SIMG. But there is a difference between both of them, that through SIMG, you have no option to create a project for the configuration of that one. You will directly go to the configuration screen, but in SPRO transaction, you can create a project, and the benefit of creation of the project is that, for example, if I execute the SPRO, and in next screen, you will select and you can create a project for the any configuration. Like here, there is no project, but in the project analysis, you can create the project. And the benefit of project is that whenever, for example, you are in middle of the configuration, or you have completed the configuration and you have started the transactional, putting the or the saving the transactional data, and now you a new requirement raised, and due to this one, you have to create a new organizational structure, or like create a new, you can say, material ledger, or new organization and system is creating the error that transactional data exists for that one. At that point, you will create a project, and then after creating the project, system has a system consider that this is a new implementation. Then system will not look at the transactional data, and after that you can create any new configuration for that one.
Oh, nice.
So this is the main difference between the two transaction, SPRO and SIMG.
I always use SPRO. I never use the SIMG.
Okay. So when I execute the transaction here, you either you can directly execute in the favorites, from the favorites, or you can execute from it, SPRO transaction. And even first, with the passage of time, the good consultant is that who have a knowledge for regarding the tips and the tricks of the software, through which he can perform very easily. There is a, you know that there is a transaction, for example, creation of the purchase sales order VA01. You have created many sales order during your SD life. This is the create sales document. And you also know that for that one, you will come from this menu, logistic menu. And in the logistic, there are multiple modules are available, and under logistic, like this is the equipment, material management, governor and risk compliance. This is the sales and the distribution. And in the sales and the distribution, there is a sales. And then in the sales, there are a module, sub module, or you can say sub function. There are 2 or 3 functions. One is that order, and then you will first create the one. Yes. This is the inquiry, quotation, and then order, and this is the transaction code. So this is a huge path, and this is the transaction code VS01. Can you tell me that what is the transaction code through which you can find the path of a transaction code?
No idea.
So I write something. So, and I will hand over this file to you on daily basis or weekly or whatsoever as you like. There is a T code or transaction code
Mhm.
to search the menu path of transaction code. For example, there is a transaction code VS01, and you know that this is a huge path. For example, from start menu, you come to the logistic, then sales and distribution, then sales, and then order, and then you come here on this transaction code. But SAP has given a new transaction code, or new, not a new one, very old transaction code. That is the search underscore SAP underscore menu. Through this transaction code, if I execute this one, for example, here, search underscore SAP underscore menu. When I execute this transaction code, SAP says, ask me that please enter any transaction for which you want to find the menu path. For example, if I says, please give me the menu path of VA01. VA01 is a transaction code through which I will create the sales order. Now you will see there are huge or multiple paths in which I can go to that one.
Mhm.
1,
Oh, nice.
2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7. There are 7 places of which the transaction is available. For example, if I create a new session, and in new session, for example, this first one is also executed now. Second one is this is the logistics, sales and distribution, and bill of services. For example, this is logistics, and then sales and the distribution, and then bill of services, and then service entry sheet. And now you will see this is again SAP has placed a new the same transaction, that is a VA01 over here. So
Mhm.
it means that this transaction will help you to find what is the transaction? Search underscore SAP underscore menu. This transaction code will help you to find the menu path of any transaction that are available in SAP. But one thing is that perhaps you have listened that in SAP there are normally 2 types of menus. For example, if you are very familiar with these 2 buttons, one is the user menu and other one is
Mhm.
the SAP menu. When you press the user menu, then only the menu and only the transactions that are assigned to your user with the
Will be
roles
displayed. Mhm.
are available, only this one. But when you press
Mhm.
and you will see that SAP is getting a message user menu for M2B student 027. This is the username through which I have logged in. But when you press this button, SAP menu, all the transaction codes, whether they are authorized to me or not, are available in this one. So this is the SAP menu, and this is the SAP, this is the user menu. So SAP says that there are 2 types of transaction. One is the SAP, one is search underscore SAP underscore menu, and other one is the search underscore user underscore menu. So whenever you want to search the transaction in the user menu, for example, there are multiple folders here like event management and event reporting, and this is very strange transaction code, simple transaction code, for example, SCM. For example, I want to search the transaction menu path for LC10. So I will execute SAP search underscore user LC10. And now you will see system is saying that go to the SCM menu and then you will find LC10, or there is a folder advanced planning and optimization, then APO, then live. So it means that you can search through two transaction code in the two menus. One is the user menu and other one is the SAP search menu. This is the tip. Include this thing is normally I include in the tips and tricks of the also. So we are working in the SPRO. There is a menu path for SPRO, like you will come to the under the tools, then in the customizing and IMG. IMG means implementation guide, and there is a transaction code SPRO. But one thing is that, have you ever faced in your project life that these transaction codes are not available, only descriptions are available?
Yeah.
Then how you activate these transaction code along with the description?
Yeah, normally we request a basis to check. I never
So
say.
this is this is also tips and tricks. So for example, for that one, in the this is the main page. You will go to the extra and then come to the setting, and in the setting there is a lost checkbox display technical name. If I uncheck this one, now you will see there is no transaction code or there is no technical name for any transaction for any. Now you will see in the even in the favorites there is a no transaction code. And even if you open any menu like here customizing and IMG, you will see that there is a no transaction code SPRO and so on and so on. For that one, you will come to the extra and then come to the setting, and then display technical names. There is other one like you want to see the display favorite end of the list for, like if I want to have no concern with the favorites, and then I will come end of the list, and now you will see that favorites which is earlier at the top, now it comes in the bottom side, and the top there is a start and so on. So you can manage these small things, but you should have a knowledge, because normally these things no one will teach you about these things, but you should have a knowledge about these things first.
Yeah, you're right.
I will execute the transaction code SPRO or SIMG. I will execute SPRO because it has a one additional steps for us. Now you will press SAP reference IMG. IMG means implementation guide. When I press SAP reference IMG, and these two transactions, which one is? One is the Tcodes for configuration / implementation. One is SPRO and SIMG. These are very critical one. Normally, these are not included in the roles that are assigned to the end user. These are only included in the roles which are assigned to the normally consultant or the configurational persons. So come to the IMG. Although this is screen is message giving the message display IMG. Implementation guide is displaying, but you can manage all the structural changes and all the make the configuration in SAP either for any modules. Like you can even activate the modules that are not you cannot see in the screen. For example, if we come to this screen, this one or other screen, and if I press this one, now you will not see other modules like CRM, SRM, and accounting. Like the SAP is not showing the menus for the oil and gas or insurance and so on. So if you want, because these are the menus normally every consultant want to use this one, means the mostly usable. But if you want to activate other modules. So you will come to the SAP in SPRO, and this is the activate business function. When you come to the SAP business function, and if this screen comes, because this is a screen and it will take a time,
Mhm.
you will see the all the SAP functionalities that are not normally available, but you can activate, because you will see that SAP normally has every field that every organization and every industry they have implemented in its software. Like yes, this is the oil and gas, ILM, IS oil, and upstream production management, upstream revenue accounting, and so on. There are huge software implementation software modules that are available. And when but system is saying you have no change authorization because this is not our domain. Normally, the person who is called the basis team. Who is the basis team? Basis team is the person or consultant team who manage the server. Normally in SAP, there are many types of the consultant. One is the team is basis team, other is the ABAP
Yeah, I
team.
know the base is the the
Okay,
base is the administrator, ABAP is
yes,
the,
and
the
ABAP is the
developer. Yeah, these
ABAP
things
is
is okay.
and ABAP is a programmer who create the programs where for for the any configuration that are not available in SAP. He create the program with the functional specification of the functional consultant. Either consultant is a SD side or MM side or FI side. But this is the technical person. A BAP is a technical person, and a basis team is a person who is managing that server, who is creating the user, who is creating the roles, and who is managing the server, like the creating the backups and so on and so on. So this activity is normally performed by the basis team. For sales and the distribution side, or any activity which is directly related for any organization, the first step is to create the basic structure. So for that one, we will come to the enterprise structure. In the enterprise structure, first process is to create the things, and then you will have to assign or integrate the things with each other. So in for to work in the sales and the distribution or material management or financial accounting or CO side, the primary thing is that you will have to create the company code. Without company code, for because the company, what is the company code? Company code is your business name. Okay, without creating, for example, you want to do a business. So first, what will you do? You will do that first. You will think the name of the business and what is the address for that business. If you have a no business name, and if you don't have an address, then how can you start the business? You cannot start the business. So for that one, important thing is that you will have to create the first thing in the financial accounting. This is the edit, copy, delete, check company code. And what is the company code? Why I am insisting that you have to create the business company code, because the company code is that it is the legal obligation for any person who wish to start the business. For that one, it is legal obligation for that one to create a company, because any like in our country there is a office, or there is a office name, authority name, that is called the Security and Exchange Commission of Pakistan. And definitely each country has a organization who make the registration for each company, and then inform the tax authorities that please take the tax from that company and that company. So this is the real obligation to provide the balance sheet and profit and loss account to that organization at end of the each financial year. So for to fulfill this obligation, it is necessary to create a company code, because the two things. One is the profit and loss account, and other one is the balance sheet. What is the balance sheet? Can you tell me what is the balance sheet?
It shows your profit in the loss.
So balance sheet is the combination of two things. One is the assets plus liabilities.
Mm.
And what is the profit and loss account? Profit and loss account is the combination of two things. One is the expense plus revenues. Normally, in all your accounting structure, whatsoever the book you read from for the purpose of learning of the accounts, you will see that it only evolve about four things: expense, revenue, asset, liabilities. No single thing is beyond these four things. You can distribute, you can further distribute these things uh, asset, fixed asset, current assets, liquid assets, and liabilities, current liabilities, fixed liabilities, equity, and so on, and the expense like the establishment expenditure, employees expenditure, utilities expenditure, and so on, and like the revenues, this one. But there is no account or there is no GL that is beyond these four main component, and these all accounting structures stand on these four things. One is, what was this one? That is, one is the expense, other one is the revenue, third one is the asset and the liability. And the main two groups are, one is the profit and loss account and other one is the balance sheet. And for the company creation at company code level, it is a legal obligation to provide these two things. To whom? To whom? That who the organization who have a authority to register all the businesses or all the company codes in it. So whenever you create a company in your organization, definitely you will get a license from any organization who has authority to give you a license. So you will, what you
Yeah.
will do, you will go to that organization, you will submit your company documents, you will submit the company name, address, and some initial investment, and so on. So then company will see that is this name is available for you, or any other already company has occupied that name, and then he will give you a license to do the business in the market. So that company or that organization, at the end of your financial year, he will ask you that please provide me your balance sheet and profit and loss account. What you have earned, what you have expense, and how are your assets and how are your liabilities. So, and you will create these two reports at the company code level. So, company code in SAP is the basic requirement for to work in any other module. Either it is a SAP financial accounting, either it is a SAP CO, MM, SD, PP, and so on. So without creating the company code, you cannot perform any transaction. So first I will come to and here. So SAP has not provided any facility to create the company, because this is a primary task. So SAP provided the some you can say template company code through which you can create the company code, and then with the passage of time, because when you get the template and copy that one, then there is some many tables through which these transactions that are automatically populate due to the copied function. But if you create a new company, then you cannot automatically populate. So SAP has not recommended to create the company code. So that is why system has giving the edit, copy, delete, check company code. But no, the question is that what is defined company? Why this option is available? Why this is not called the company code? So there is a difference between company and the company code. The technical thing in SAP, in any screen, like if I open a transaction like FBL 3N, in which I can execute the report for the GL line items, you will see that SAP is saying please enter the company code. SAP is not asking for enter the company. SAP asking for the enter the company code here. So this is the main important thing in which you create the company code. But when you execute this defined company, if I execute this one, now you will see on the top there is system is saying change your internal trading partner. It means this is not a company. This is a internal trading partner. What is the internal trading partner? Normally, when you have a more than one companies and you have a multiple transaction across the company code or multiple within the companies, that is called the cross company code transactions. Then and you want to report and you want the aggregation of that all the company code reports. Then at that time you create a internal trading partner like the new entry, and you will enter the 4 alphanumeric characters, and then later on you will assign these are for this internal trading partner to all the transactions of your all the companies, and then you can get the report of all the company codes at the company level. So this is used for the
But
aggregation purpose.
yes, the our internal trading partners are related to the single company code.
No, this is not the CEO company code.
No, no. I mean, all entries here that you see in internal partners, as explained, this is related to the company code, or not. Not there's no relation.
No, this is not directly related to any, because it is not. It will assign at the later stage to all the company codes.
Okay.
For example, I create a company like 1101. If this name is available or not. Uh, yes, country or region. What your country code is SZ
BR. In Swiss, I think it's CH.
CH.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. A suitable name, for example,
Put PB Limited.
what company name, for example, ABC Food Company. ABC. Switzerland. Oh, no, not. Which city in which you are?
Geneva.
Geneva. Jena.
G, I
G.
mean,
I
G,
think. I think
not
G.
J. G.
G.
Like E, N. Yeah, N.
Okay. Do you know about this thing, man? What is this screen?
Yeah, yeah. It's requesting you to select a request that you have to save your configuration. Yeah.
And what is the purpose of this transport request number?
Yeah, I know. So you can indicate it's a customizing or is a workbench, so you can move this to one system to another system.
No, why this, what is the purpose of that workbench request?
So workbench when you try to do some enhancements. So if you have to create something new that SAP doesn't provide, you request the ABAP guy, the technical guy. You're gonna create this and attach all the modifications into this workbench request.
No, maybe this one. Okay. Do you know what is the transport route or the landscape? What is the landscape in SAP?
Yeah,
Normally, what is the landscape in SAP?
yeah.
No.
Normally,
Okay.
which system communicates to the other? So you have like the client 100.
No. Okay. And what's other?
Yeah, as I remember that is I have the clients and the so from the 100 I can transport. There is a transport route to 200, 300, but in 400 no, for example. So you have the instance for each system. So we have the like sandbox, QA,
Okay.
pre-prod or prod. So you can
QA
transport
and
the
production
modifications
and
through the
work on.
systems.
Okay. Okay. You are very, very well aware. Okay.
Yeah,
No need to discuss further. Only this thing is that this transport number will, the basis team, this transport number will send the from development server to the, or you can say from sandbox to any other quality server or a test server for replication of your development, or from one to other server. So I create this one.
yep,
Now I'll come to the edit, copy, delete, check company code. Two things is that edit, copy, and copy, delete, check company. Now you will see there is no button for creation, only change and then copy. So I will use the copy function. SAP recommends or SAP says that there is a template company code that is called the 0001. 0001 company, this is the SAP SC Wall Group, your Euro currency is this one. This is the template company code, and SAP recommends that you will use this company code for your creation of a new company code. For example, if I 1101, I want to create a new company code. What is the purpose of for this one? In SAP, there is a program, country specific program. When you execute the country specific program, then, for example, if you execute the country specific program, and you select that CH or your country, then all the financial accounting and tax rules and HR and FI and CO rules will copy of SH CH country in the company code 0001 automatically. And then when you use this copy function, then from 0001 to 1101, then all accounting and tax rules and any other things that are related to your country automatically copy in from 0001 to 1101. And the in the later stage, for example, you want to create a company code for you can say country Great Britain, for Britain country, then you will again execute the country specific program, then and you will select the country code GB. Then all the country specific settings that are related to the GB or the Great Britain automatically inherited and are copied to the company code 0001. And then you create a new company code, for example 1102. Then now all the settings of the GB will automatically create in that copy from 0001 to 1102. So SAP says that never and ever try to work in the 0001 as a productive company code. Always only use this 0001 company code as a template company code for copying the data from 0001 to 1101. So use only this company code for as a template company code. I will this. SAP says, oh, do you want to copy the GL account for company code? I will say no. I will create a new chart of account for my own with my own request and the desire, because I want to see that how the GLs are will be created and how what is the purpose of the chart of account. Do you want to copy the assignment to the controlling area? If I see controlling area 111 assigned to the company code 0001 assignment, I will copy this one. and then I will change the CO area. The reference company code, that is the 0001 as a local currency euro. Do you want to allocate a different local currency? Do you, your local currency is, what is this, euro or any other currency?
Swiss franc.
Swiss franc. So, okay. And what was that key for that currency?
Let's check. Is C
One.
CHF.
I will see that.
CHF.
CHF. Yes. Swiss franc.
Yeah, Swiss franc. Yeah.
CHF. Definitely, its setting is inconsistent because we are not copying the GL account. Do you really want to transport number range? No. I will create my own number range. Can you tell me how many types of the number ranges in SAP system?
I think you can create as you wish. There is no limitation, right?
Normally in SAP, there are two
You
types
can create
of
any
number ranges. One is internal number range.
internal, external.
Yes.
Yeah, internal, external. Yeah. So, but you can create any. It doesn't matter any type of range you can create as you wish. Yeah.
Normally, I think you know what is the internal and what is the external number range. Can you tell me what is the
Yeah, internal is consumed by SAP and external when it's came from external source.
Normally,
Yeah, internal, for example, you create a sales order. So this is internal.
Normally, internal number range you also create and external number range you also create. There is no SAP standard number range. Both number range you create in SAP system, but you specify
but
that this number range should be internal and this number range should be external. Normally, is the main difference is that when the number range
there's a checkbox that you say, when you go this is external.
Yes. Normally in a sales order, you use the internal number assignment.
Yeah.
But in business partner, you use the external number, or internal number one. This one.
It depends of the implementation. So normally you start with the internal, but you can also set the external. If you want to map that the business partner 1000 has the external number range 2000, it means 2000 is a external system X. So you can do this. You can use both. It depends on the solution.
Yes. But only main difference is that between the internal and external number assignment, that in the internal number assignment, the next number SAP knows, but in external number assignment, SAP have no knowledge that what the next number is available. Because the external number assignment
there is no control. Yeah.
Lies in your hand, whereas in internal number assignment, all the control is available under the SAP.
Yeah. That's it.
In normally in internal number, you cannot you have no control, but in external number you can assign number range, for example 1, and then you can assign 7, and then you can assign 2, then you can assign 10, and so on. But in internal number, the number range will be the sequence. So data is copying from 0001 to 1101 in company code.
PowerPoint or a Word document with this information about company code and that we are talking about?
Okay, I have normally this company code creation as this subject comes under the financial accounting. I will send you the SAP books that are related to FI side and the SD side also. that are not issued by the SAP.
Okay, nice.
This is working. Yes. This is do you have a test server for making the practice or not?
No,
Okay. I'll provide
no,
you.
no, 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 I
I'll
don't have
send you
system to
the
run
server
the
credentials.
test configuration. No.
Okay. But you have a GUI, SAP GUI on your laptop.
Yeah, I have to install. I had, but I have to reinstall.
Okay, because I'll send you the server credentials. Then you can add in your login pad, and then during the tenure of the training, you can
Yeah,
make the practice on
I,
them. It will help you because I normally again and again says to my student that please make a practice and make a practice because I have a no issue or no
yeah,
objection
right.
in
The only way.
things to tell my students again and again. But if the student is not willing to make the practice, then definitely within 1 month or the 2 months or the 3 months, he will forget the maximum things. Not all the things, but maximum things.
Yeah, you're right.
So
No, you're
practice,
totally right. SAP
there
is
is a
practice,
proven,
not just
there is a
theory, right?
proven that practice makes a man perfect. So try to make the for the making the practice. I will send you the server details, username, password, IP address, and other like instance number and so on. You can use this one. And if there is a time constraint, then I'll tell you that from this time to this time you can use this server also.
Okay.
So you will see that system is saying the 10% of table copies copied. So it means that there are huge table
Yeah.
behind the scenes that in which the company code 1101 has copied. So because with the passage of time, when we will work in the FICO, MM side, we will see that all the tables are already populated with the company code 1101. So that is why system recommends the copy function instead of creation the from scratch.
I think it takes a few minutes to finish.
Okay. So if this is can you know that how many session in SAP with one login can create? For example, now I am working with within two or a
I
session.
know that the basis team can control.
But how many session?
I think the basis team
Like
can
this is the
control
two
this, but I
session.
think the max.
How many maximum session I can create?
I think 5.
No, six. Maximum six session I can create.
Ah, okay. For okay.
This is called the tips and the tricks of the software. And do you know what is the benefit
No,
of
no.
slash n and what is the difference between slash and the slash o while writing the transaction code?
Yeah, slash O, you're gonna create a new session. Slash N, we're gonna stop the current one to start a new one. So
Yes.
O is a new session, and the N we're gonna kill this session.
With a new window, whereas the slash
Yeah.
n it will kill the current session and create a new session within the same window.
Yeah. Reuse this session, but
And
it's
if
a
you
new window.
only execute the slash o without any transaction, then it will show you that how many sessions you have created and what are you doing in all these sessions. And you can directly kill the session, any session from that session. In the sales and the distribution side, did you work on the credit management side also?
No. As I explained, I'm not a SD guy. I was exposed to SD
Okay.
because there's some configurations, but much more for the customer integration use the customer. So in SD, we had the customer. It was replicated to SAP CRM as a business partner.
Okay, but
Back in the days, but I'm not a SD guy. So for all these concepts, you have to give some clarification. But
okay, because in
no, I'm not expert in SD.
okay, a module, perhaps you have listened about the FSCM, Financial Supply Chain Management in SAP. It is very common and very
Yep,
popular
FSM.
Module in SAP.
Yep.
Earlier, the credit management only I will discuss unless this task is over. 16% table copies. The credit management is very important for the sales and the distribution because you have a many customers. Some customers are very good who will pay back you on in time, and some customers are very bad. They will not pay you on the time. They may delay in the payments. So in the credit management, SAP says that please categorize your customer according to their behavior. Either some very good customer, average customer, bad customer, very dangerous customer, and so on. And then you can set the credit limits for the each customer. Like you can say, okay, this is a very good customer. He will pay me on the time. So please assign a 20,000 euro or Swiss franc for that one. And this is a very bad customer. He will not pay me back on the time. You can assign only 200 Swiss franc for that for the credit purpose. So this subject is called the credit management. We will discuss with the uh, at the later stage in the sales and the distribution side.
Oh, nice. Okay. I saw this module once in the implementation, but in the other implementations that I worked, I never saw it.
Okay.
FSM.
FSM,
Just
financial supply,
once
financial
my
supply
whole
chain
life.
management. Normally, earlier
Yeah, just
in ECC and the earlier version that is called the SAP R3, both earlier these two versions, the credit management module is available under the sales and the distribution module. But now in in SAP S for HANA, they have removed from the sales and the distribution, and they have a separate module declared that is the financial supply chain management, and this comes under the financial accounting modules. Now this is not available in the under the logistic module. Earlier it was available, but now in S4 HANA it is not available.